Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Six guys. Check six guys.
Now the man from UTEP. This is Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
58's the mic. Here we go, D.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Topper!
Here we go. Check. Kill. Hey, turn.
Etienne with it. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
They go play action now. Lawrence rolling to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
18 Gator.
I'm here all day. Mike, 50.
Here's Lawrence. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The kick by Lambo is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Cobb goes laying out for that one, and he has it.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down to the 35.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Watch the curl. Shit. Bang, 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 bang. Hey.
Leo.
Check 99.
Five.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
You're out. Shoot.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 10.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. 44.
Throwing is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20.
Let's do it.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
It's been a long day for you. 44, Mike, 44. Who that?
Throwing now is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. He gets this one to Johnson. The solid stiff arm. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
X3, 218, chopper.
Quick dash. Come. Check.
Big river.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Tight down. There you go.
Now here's a throw that's complete. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam on.
Hatchet.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Bound to lose one.
Ready?
Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there.
61. Matchbox lights. Snap.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Get the ball. Kill. Check.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Cobb. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The 71 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Squeeze.
He's checking.
And they'll run here with Etienne. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. On play action, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of.
It got his man complete.
I'm the best in the game.
Touchdown, Packers. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And the final readout on Next Gen Stats, remarkable. That ball traveling close to 80 yards in the air. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams running through their final adjustments before they head out of the locker room. We're just about set for the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back upstate to Jacksonville and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Now a second down and 6.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our
Protein spilled.
Watch the ship. Hey.
Etienne once more. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Bravo!
Rabbit.
Lawrence will throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Watch the backer.
Mike, 56.
Hey, Zoo!
3 buzz.
Shift! Check 4! Now!
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That catch good for only a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
44 is Mike. Check. I got wide.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, a throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Rodgers now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Lawrence escaping the pressure right. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Man, I got you. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 26, check 26.
Now Lawrence to throw. Forced out to his left. Boy, he almost did that himself, but it looks like he's about a foot or 2 short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Ready? 10 Lobo.
Right there, 56.
Here we go.
Check.
Kill.
Off the option, here's Etienne. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56, the mic, boys, 56.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 102 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Slam. 36.
Etienne is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull out the lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Over here. Watch out.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone. but could not hang on.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Oh, I think we all understand his disappointment. He didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
Jones, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Second down and goal. Rodgers, and he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Amari Rodgers with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
56. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Check the backer. Check the backer.
Check 24. Check 24.
They go play action now. Lawrence. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Mike's 56.
I'm on.
On second down, ETN once more.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Hey, tight, tight.
Hey, 58.
They go play action with Lawrence.
What we got?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are right back in this football game. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Rodgers to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Andre Cisco. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Got it. Set. 18 Gator.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here we go.
On second down, a run with ETN. Well, I know it points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?